There is no one reaction on the part of the church to the genocide. Nothing is monolithic, and that's especially true of a tragedy that takes place on such a grand scale. It may be that we experience it now as a national trauma, as a single thing, but when it was happening, the genocide was a plethora of individual traumas. Village after village, divided family after divided family, person after person, experienced the events of those years day by day, hour by hour, and in a way that was unique to them. Some wise person once said, "Our joy we can share, our pain is our own." So instead of talking about the church and the genocide, what I want to do this evening is just to share with you over the course of the evening a few fragments from the experience of 4 people who happened to be in the church and whose lives changed the outcome of the genocide. The time that they lived, they were perceived, and they perceived themselves quite differently. We're going to look at 4. 1, a chronic failure. 1, an orphan sufferer from PTSD. 1, a person who was charged with fraud and convicted of anti-Armenian activities. And just to maintain the gender balance a little bit here, 1 rich girl who had no idea she was involved because she died even before the pre-genocide massacres began, but she still affected the outcome of the genocide. So it's quite an interesting cast of characters. But before we get to them, I want to start with us, because we, you, I, each of us, and us together are really no different than they were then. Not only are we exceedingly various, like they were, but just like them, we have no crystal ball to see what is coming down the road at us either. All that they and all that we really have to work with is the moment that's directly in front of us, whatever ability we have to make use of the good and the bad that comes to us, and whatever motivation drives us to get through things. The rest is unknown. But the results are much larger than ourselves. In other words, there is one more thing that both we and they have in common, and that is trajectories. Trajectories come in all shapes and forms and complexities. You can have something as simple as the trajectory of a golf ball. You have a trajectory of Barry Bonds' home runs. You have policy trajectories. You can have more complex things like space mission trajectories. You have special trajectories for projectiles, different kinds of, you name it, if it moves, it has a trajectory. Life moves, and it has a trajectory as well. We move through life. We individually have a trajectory. So what I want you to do, before we start looking at these other 4 people, is to explore this thing that we have in common with them. I want you to take a piece of paper and think about the trajectory of your life up till now. Where did it start? What things have caused change in its direction? Has it been jagged? Has it been smooth? Has it been circular? Has it sort of wobbled around? Does it have ups and downs? Does it have reverses? And I want you to draw it, how you have moved through life thus far. So take a few minutes and do that.